A real man's S on his chest represents scarcity. A real competent man is feared, respected, desired, and is irresistible. How come? He's scarcity. A woman has to work for him because there's only a limited amount of guys like him. He is quality but comes in small quantities. Make her work for you. Human nature is very strange and unique. People believe that if something is cheap, comes at a very low cost, it's probably something wrong with it, it won't last long, and it has little to no value. While if it's something more difficult to possess, it's automatically of better quality and more valuable. This is where the expression, you get what you pay for, comes from. Basically, people judge things based on what they must give up rather than what they could earn. Think about it like this. Why do certain groups, such as sports teams, work crews, armed forces, especially mobs and gangs, make initiations necessary and mandatory before accepting members? This isn't just for the fun of having them around. If you look a lot deeper into the core of initiations, you will see that they serve a very important function. Initiations are sometimes raw, rough, rugged, decorative, not serving to make something look more attractive, but to pull something out of someone to see if it fits, and demeaning. Now check me out now, in demeaning. The purpose is to make it real hard to acquire a membership into the group or gang. Once the initiation is over, the new prospect becomes a member. He will appreciate his membership with great loyalty because he had to sacrifice his life for it. After all, he did have to pay a very large price to become a member by going through the rough, tough initiation process. In the end, he will reason that if he spent a lot of time, blood, sweat, and tears in order to become a member, it must be because the group has high value and it was all worth the trouble. The same principles apply when it comes to going through the journey of life, of finding that compatible male or female partner known as the dating world. The same principles apply. In general, a woman will always cherish a genuine friendship, but she will always go crazy for the competent, romantic, charming, capable, and confident man for who she had to walk a few miles for, climb Mount Everest for, and work real hard to get. It's like she going for a degree, man, a 10-year degree. That's when she really appreciate that man and value him. It's like going for a 10-year degree and she finally get it. That's it. That's when she value you, players. And she's passionate about you. Number 3, a man is valuable. A man should never ever let himself be taken for granted when he's a gift. A man should never ever let himself be taken for granted when he's a gift. This usually happens when a person is perceived as having lower value. You should take the necessary steps and eliminate anyone who isn't willing to pay the price required to deserve you. For a woman to perceive your value, you have to make her put in some great efforts into gaining access to you physically and being able to communicate with you. For her to see your value, or for her to value your presence, I'll say that. For her to value your presence, let's say that. You can do this by making her do favors for you, such as picking you up things for your house that you need, or picking you up from your house, paying for your dinner from time to time, seducing you to have sex some other time, and now you always initiating sex, and seeing that she will take a gas jug and fill it up with gas to go get you when you break down somewhere. Now that's when you know. Now I'll say this, man. I'll say this right quick. You got two type of women, right? You got one that'll entertain you, then you got one that can hold your attention. But you also got these two women here. That's why I said when you break down somewhere, she'll get a gas jug, fill it up with gas, and come get you. Wherever you at, she'll come get you. Now, she'll come, I'll say, a woman that's down for you, she'll be the 70% or 80% of the time. I ain't gonna say 90 because she got other responsibilities too and she got a life. But let me say this too. You got a woman that'll entertain you and hold your attention, but you also got this too right here. A woman that wants you and that'll do anything to keep you. A woman that wants you and she'll do anything to keep you. That's the one that do anything to keep you. She'll show up when you need her at least 70 to 80% of the time. At least 70 to 80% of the time. Now check this out. By doing favors and having her work for you, she will convince herself that it must be with good reason and that you must be a great person, which explains why She cares so much for you. There you go. Scarce products are perceived as more valuable, like rare diamonds or autographed football, basketball, and baseball cards or jerseys. People place more value into things that demand more work and effort to achieve. That's why I said like she getting a degree, player. If you are rare, irresistible, a gift, one of few, or scarcity, people will view you as more valuable. There you go, scarcity. This is key. By not always being around your girlfriend or any other woman that wants you around all the time, you will be perceived as scarce and more valuable. 3 ways to be scarce. This right here should be the three players commandments right here, really. Hold 1 second, players. This should be right here. The three player commandments right here. 3 ways to be scarce. If a woman does something that angers you, don't be intimidated or compromised to her feelings. Let her know that you are angry without losing your control. Always stand firm and in the position of power. That's self-discipline. Men that do not stand up for themselves lower their value in that woman's eyes because women perceive them as weak and free rides. Plus, if you provide a weakness, she'll use it against you. This is why a man has to have a steel backbone against her congruency tests. Too. Don't always spend your time around her. Matter of fact, you should be willing to remove your time and attention from her from time to time. Familiarity breeds contempt. Being consistently inconsistent keeps her desiring you. There you go. Every once in a while, cancel certain dates and don't always return her phone calls. Breadcrumb your mystique to her, or milk your mystique to her. The fact that she can't always have you when she wants you makes her want you even more. There you go with that, players. The fact that she can't always have you when she wants you makes her want you even more. Hey, man, when she can't have you, you want that click pulsating, players. You want that thing thriving so hard when she can't have you. That's what you get when she desiring you, craving you. You want that click, man, pulsating. That's an aphrodisiac, Jack. Oh, man, that's how you stay desired, man. That's how you stay desired right there, player. That's an aphrodisiac, Jack, within itself. But let me go back into this right now. Now, the third one, player, I'm about to skip it over. Let me go back to the third one. I'm all getting too excited. Breaking this down. Getting too excited, player. Number 3. Let women know through your actions now that you have concrete morals and principles that you strongly uphold and stand on firmly. If they are crossed or not followed, you will not hesitate to end the relationship. Let her know firmly and politely that women who try to play head games and get disrespectful with you are kindly escorted out of your life with no hesitation or without hesitation. Gotta be nice with your firmness and stingy with your kindness. Check me out. Gotta be nice with your firmness and stingy with your kindness. And if she doesn't respect your visibility, show her your invisibility. If she doesn't respect your visibility, show her your invisibility. Number 4. Break her seductive web. Check me out now. Break her seductive web. A woman will only have real, true, genuine passion for a man when she thinks that she is capable of losing him. She values his presence and is afraid of losing his absence. By showing a woman that you are not stuck in her seductive web or addicted to her, you are communicating to her non-verbally that you are confident it will not let yourself be taken for granted because you know your worth. On the other hand, if you put up with her head games, mental and emotional abuse, disrespect, and failed congruency tests, she will never ever experience the stress, hurt, and pain of possibly losing you, and her desire, attraction, interest, and passion for you will slowly evaporate, disappear, come to an end, player. Hey, man. Stand firm, players. Stand firm. Here we go. Bye. Take my time on. Be Mr. Casanova, like Iceberg Slim. Be Mr. Romeo, the ladies' man. In general, women are emotional creatures. We all know that, right? There's no better way to get a woman steered with emotions than by being a competent, charming, and romantic guy. Get her emotions wrapped around you, focused on you, player. Hey, make her invest her emotions into you. Now, I'm going to tell you why it's so important. Now, y'all ain't got to do this, man. Now, I ain't saying you got to turn into a poet. No, I ain't saying that, player. Check this out now. Check me out right here. Now, this for the players that like to write. Because I'm explaining to you how deep your words are to them, man. Check this out now. There's no better way to get a woman steered with emotions than being a competent, charming, and romantic guy. Get her emotions focused on you. The way to a man's heart is through his stomach. The way to a woman's heart is through your mouth, which is with words. That's how powerful your words are. The best way to make a woman melt, stay on her mind, and weak in the knees is writing poetry. But hold on. Check me out now. A woman will always be super impressed if a man can take a pen, a sheet of paper, and use that to express his feelings towards her in a beautiful, creative, and unique way. Now, if you can't write poetry or express your feelings the way you would like to articulate it, you can recite poems from different famous poets and explain and how and why it relates to how you feel about her. Now, check this out now. Remember, your words are the keys to her heart, or your words are the key to her heart. Your sweetness is her weakness. Now, your sweetness is her weakness. Number 6. Now, like I said, I did this before, man. I was with this female, lovely female, man. I'm talking about beautiful inside and out, man. When I say words are powerful, man. But hold on, I'm going to add something to that, though. I'm going to add something to that, too, players. If you really want to please a woman, you got to move from top to bottom. The biggest sex organ for a woman is not the clitoris or the exclusive G-spot. It's her mind. That is where the action should start. Words are aphrodisiacs for many women, especially when those words are filled with affirmations that fit her need to feel sexy and desired. If you really want to wow your woman, paint a verbal picture of all the things you want to do to her by whispering in her ear. This has both physical and mental appeal. Your warm breath on her ears will send chills down her spine, while your hot words speak to her sexual desire. Oh, man, come on, man. Come on, man. That's how powerful, players. Your words are aphrodisiacs. Your words are aphrodisiacs, players. But I had a woman, man. Man, when I say she was beautiful inside and out, man, we was together, I say about 2 years. So what I did was, I know how powerful words are for women. Because like I say, the way to get through a woman is to her heart with your words. So I had wrote a letter, right, to her. And I wrote, it was like 3 pages, but I separated the 3. I did one sheet, was for the, talked about the relationship. I talked about her on another sheet. Then I talked about the sex. Man, I didn't talk about the penetration, the performance. I talked about the sweat, her erogenous zones, her sexy sounds and moans of sweet seduction. Man, I talked about the sounds, the sights, the music. Man, I broke down everything, man. Like, I broke down everything about her skin complexion, her chocolate skin, her hair, her neck, the sweat on her chest, the sweat on the back of her neck, the sweat on her forehead. Man, her feet, man, I broke down everything, man. And she told me, you should have put this in a book. That's how good it was. She said, you should have put this in a book, man. I'm talking about, it was just on one sheet, like I say, about her, the relationship, and about the sex, I didn't just talk about the penetration part. Man, I broke it down, man. I'm talking about, man, it was so powerful. I wish I could post it on this, right here on the screen. When you read it, man, that's why I said, weak in the knees, make her melt, stay on her mind, man. She still talk about that to this day, but they've been like a couple years ago. But let me see. No, number 6, players. Your sweetness is her weakness. The best way to keep her on her toes is competition, player. The best way to keep her on her toes is competition. Providing some competition into a woman's life will make her realize that you are worth more than she may think, player. It makes you more attractive, desirable, and irresistible in her eyes, causing her to believe that she has to work hard to get you, and that is true. This also causes her dopamine to skyrocket. When a woman works hard for something she wants, then later on receives it, her dopamine rises during the anticipation of giving or getting the reward rather than just having it handed to her. Let's go back, players. This also causes her dopamine to skyrocket. When a woman works hard for something she wants, then later on receiving it, her dopamine rises during the anticipation of getting the reward rather than just having it handed to her. Man, that's so powerful, man. That's why anticipation is so powerful, man, with women, man. That dopamine, players. That dopamine. Hold on, make sure I don't miss nothing for you. I've been writing, man. Going crazy writing. 7. This can be accomplished by always having options, players. You know, we all got to say that. Women say it. Hey, man, they always got to miss the just in case with them. Just in case you mess up. Just in case something go wrong. Always have options, players. This can be accomplished by always having options. You can also add fuel to the fire by answering your phone when other females call and not ignoring their calls. Let her see other women wanting to be in your presence and around you, even when she's next to you, on the other end of the phone, or out in public with you. If this doesn't get her jealous, which it will, it'll most definitely keep her on her toes. If she has controlled jealousy when she's with you in public and she sees other women gravitating towards you and surrounding you, she'll want to take you home and remind you why you're with her and not with them. It's a major turn on for a woman and gets her blood boiling when other women want the man she's passionate about, because the number one thing women hate is to share her man's attention. Hey, man, that's the number one thing women hate, player, is to share her man's attention. Number one thing. I don't care if she mad at you. She could have just told you, man, she hates you, don't want nothing to do with you, or you was on fire, she went and sprinkle water on you, man, nothing like that, spit on you, nothing. But y'all go somewhere out in public, man, and other women gravitating towards you, surrounding you, and you giving her less attention, you giving them more attention. Man, women hate that more than anything, man. It's to share their man's attention, man. Every woman hate that, man. Because, you know what? Attention is really, to me, an emotion. You know what it says? I appreciate you. I care for you. That's why I'm listening to you. That's why I'm paying you attention. That's why I pay attention to detail. Like when you change up your hair, or different earrings you wear, when you wear different outfits. I pay attention to you. When you tell me, what did I say? I can already tell you what you said in like 3 seconds. So paying attention is like, it's like I care. I appreciate you. I care about you like that. That's what your undivided and divided is to a woman. I appreciate you. I care. I listen. I do all that. I pay attention to detail, all that. So, hey, man, women care about a man's attention, man. She'll rather you penetrate the other woman than always talking about the other woman, on the phone with the other woman, talking about her to the other woman. Like, you come inside and be on the phone. Who you talking to, Crystal? You be in the bathroom. Who you talking to, Crystal? Y'all riding in the car. Who you talking to, Crystal? She'd rather you penetrate Crystal than give Crystal all your attention, man. Man, women hate more than anything in the world. It's the number one thing women hate, man, is share her man's attention. But let's get it. Number 8. The first rule that every man should know is that scarcity brings value. There you go, Mr. Scarcity. It's like this. Economics taught us that supply and demand determine the price or value of a product or object. This means you should never make yourself available to any woman at all times. There you go, players. And you know what, too, man? I add this too. Before I go on. When you always make yourself always available to a woman, man, sooner or later she'll take you for granted because you always showing up when she wants you. Always showing up when she wants you, man. So she can't do nothing but take you for granted later on, because like I say, you never disappoint her. You never tell her no because you always showing up. So sooner or later she get comfortable with you always doing for her. And then she'll sooner or later take you for granted because you always show up. You never really say, hey, you know what, baby, I can't do it. Can't get somebody else to do it. Disappoint her, man. Tell her no, man. Scarcity, man. Scarcity, man. Disappoint her, man. Tell her no sometimes. Because when she always feel like you won't come through, she eventually, man, start taking you for granted. But, hey, like I said, you got two, man. Anytime you hold your attention. One wants you, but then the other one, man, will work hard to keep you. Number 9. When a woman thinks you are easily accessible and attainable, your value in her eyes decreases big time. See what I mean now? Say it again. When a woman thinks you are easily accessible and attainable, your value in her eyes decreases big time. Therefore, it is a commitment to yourself. Therefore, it is a commitment to yourself to make sure that you know how to talk that talk and walk that walk. Confidence works in 2 ways. Here we go, players. Confidence works in 2 ways. So let her know that you go hard for what you want and have no problem at all removing yourself away from what you don't want. Ooh, hold on, man. Powerful, players. Let's go back. Confidence works in two ways. So let her know that you go hard for what you want and have no problem at all removing yourself away from what you don't want. That's game, Jack. That's game, players. A man's S on his chest represents scarcity.